This one stock is about to skyrocket. Ticker is Cummins, CMI, and they used to be a diesel generator company, but with data centers taking over the economy, they are selling a lot of generators. So power generators, backup power for data centers, not specifically diesel engines, basically, is what their core business was. So as long as that continues, they're definitely headed for a big increase in valuation. Now, they did have $8 billion in revenue in Q3. Earnings were solid. Earnings per share beat. And the reaction is solid. It's basing for a couple months. I'll show the chart just in a second. But in a market where there's not a ton of breakout setups, it's not September, if you saw the number of speculation breakouts in quantum, uranium, and a lot of these AI data center related nuclear as well stocks, now you have to really dig deep. And I think CMI is one that has a growth story that makes sense. You need mobile power, you need generators, because you can't whip up data centers, nuclear power plants for data centers quickly. And you can't just build data centers quickly either. So if you don't have to worry about the power situation, that helps a lot. A lot of customers don't want big power plants in their backyard. So let's jump into a little breakdown on CMI.
This is Sam Putnam.
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 So here's a little on the company. They do have some connection to Caterpillar, which interestingly is also doing really well. Caterpillar known for, trucks and all that. But despite how slow moving this is actually kind of an interesting opportunity. I mean, the sell-off on Caterpillar is really just due to the market for the most part. So this reaction is strong, even though it's relatively close to the beginning of that earnings candle. But be watching it. If it turns up, maybe a buy over here would be a good idea. But the ticker that's slightly easier, in my opinion, right now is CMI. And that's because if we look, it's easier to see on this intradaily chart. A little bit of a gap up and sort of a hold here. The close on this day is somewhere around exactly where we are, 463, somewhere in here, right here, is right where we are here. So that's basically a high volume close. This day is the high volume day right here. It's not a ton of volume, but it kind of is. I mean, 500 million, it's a high price stock, so it's a little disorienting. So that's the bounce opportunity, and it looks like that thing could go up from there, given that these down days, well, at least this down day is coincided with the day the market went down that day. So that's kind of the reason it's interesting in the first place. If we sort of zoom out, we can say is now different. Is there anything about this new power generation, generator, data center market that's going to totally change the story for this stock? Or is it just holding up because of those power generator sales and the data center growth? Honestly, we don't really have to answer that question because of the way that I present these ideas on here, where there's a close here, you buy this, you risk, a couple dollars, or you buy it here, you risk $1, whatever it ends up doing, gapping up or gapping sideways over futures on into Sunday and Monday tomorrow. It's low risk, big opportunity, the upside. We'll leave it at that. But as far as this company and what they've got going on, I mean, Generac, another one that is definitely seasonally interesting for sure, given, hurricane season and all things like that. Generac is GNRC. These aren't huge companies. Again, it's a few hundred million liquidity per day. which means you could put 100th of that, like a few million in it. Right now, the seasonality is not particularly notable. I mean, maybe this earnings was in August, basically talking about, July being hurricane season. It's kind of sick to talk about this, but we don't even have to dive deep into what may or may not be happening with these other companies in this sector. All we basically have to know is that's the level, that's where we buy it, and then we can trim some, maybe 4 times this average there, so like 16% up would be somewhere not super high, maybe somewhere in the 510 region, something like that, as a price target. So should be pretty interesting to see what happens here. But in the meantime, just kind of take a look at Caterpillar. But I mean, this is definitely a hot button opportunity here because this level is established. So see if it gaps or how it gaps. But do keep an eye on, in my opinion, Caterpillar as well. I think that's a slower moving. Well, when you compare them, they're not that different in how slowly they move. But this is quite a move. This is 80% since April tariff lows. So pretty solid for Cummins CMI. And just keeping in track what they're up to in terms of being basically the company of choice for data center belts, which basically means downstream of NVIDIA, Tesla, Meta, not really Tesla, XAI, but kind of intertwined. This company is very connected to the health of that sector. So one sort of canary in the coal mine, which may or may not end up being, the end, but Bitfarm's down significantly the last few days. So this is a Bitcoin mining turn data center play. So got to be a little aware of the sector in general, but do think this is kind of a hot button opportunity. If it goes sideways, that opportunity will stay available. So for a bit. So if you like these ideas, hit that like button. If you want a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up, hit that subscribe. And if you want to try out the Discord, I'll see you there on Monday morning. You can try it out for $25 for 7 days. It's not financial advice, but hope it helps.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.